coming back and, been working this off season, and it was just really exciting. I was just trying to tell the freshmen how it's going to be and what they expect. And, now everybody's trying to pretty much bind together.
There's always a natural excitement, when fall camp rolls around. You don't really have to give a rah-rah speech when camp's here because football's back.
I think anytime fall camp starts, it's like, it's like coming down for Christmas morning. You see all the presents and all that kind of stuff. You got new gear in your locker, new stuff around the facilities, but other than that, guys are just ready to play football.
They put up the new pictures and the new billboards and all these new sayings, and they put up the championships just to remind you of how well we've done around here in the past, and then at the same token how we're going to do it moving forward and what we're going to do new, and mixing that together and giving us those constant reminders walking down the hall.
Going with the new practice jerseys, I didn't know what to expect. I just heard that we had them, and when I first put them on, it's a whole different feel.
The jerseys, I think that the biggest thing for those guys is they're a little bit lighter. They shed water a little better. Nike made an awesome product for us. They're just excited to get a new piece of equipment, and I think they're seeing the benefit of it throughout practice.
Really began where we left off in the spring, so that's very encouraging. We didn't take a step back. The guys took it to heart to really get in their playbooks over the summer. They got better on their own, and that's as a coach, that's all you can ask for.
First few days was actually shocking because we started so fast, and you can tell everybody's binding to it, and we're working for each other. The competition level is totally different, and we shouldn't be scared of competition, and we got to work for each other. We're having Coach Fish and Coach Beck, especially with them being alumni, it's always good to have them back. You got to understand that these were the ones who actually started this.
Let's get it started. Let's get it started in here.
It's great to be around Coach Fisher because, he had all of us last year, so, he understands our personalities. He knows how we play, and, he knows what we do. So it's great, to still have him around and just to have him teach us somebody, who's been there from the next level.
Well, Coach Frost, I'm very thankful, myself, my family, for him keeping me on staff. We had a bunch of crossings throughout our NFL careers, played against him. For the most part, the coaches that coached him, some of those same coaches coached me. Some of the lessons that he's learned through coaching, sometimes when he say things, they just ring a bell. Like I start smiling to myself like, man, that's the same thing I used to hear.
Me and Coach Beck, we have a good relationship. We call him OG, I'm kind of used to him, so I know, how he coaches, and I know how he's going to lead us. So I see it as an honor and a privilege.
He's not my receiver coach anymore, but we still communicate a lot, talk about things. He's still around, give me calls every once in a while. We try to keep him up to date in the music. He want to be involved, make sure we know that he's there for us.
I take a lot of pride in putting on that UCF hat, every day, that UCF polo every day, going to work. This program has helped me grow as a man, and now I have an opportunity to give back and work with these young men and mentor those guys and work with a tremendous staff.
When I got here, I wanted to give all the coaches on the former staff a first chance to get in front of me. Both those guys really impressed me. There was a movement to keep Coach Beckton. I can understand why now. He's going to be an invaluable part of our coaching staff. And I think T. Fish could be a superstar in this business. Really knows his stuff, connects with players well. Very good technician with the guys, good recruiter as well, does a great job for us down in Miami. So I'm thrilled to have those two guys on the staff.
These kids have been awesome. They're willing to learn. They want to buy into the process. They want to change. They want to win games. They want to be a great team. So it hasn't been a whole lot of poking and prodding. They're just hungry and eager to do what we want them to do and learn how to do things a different way.
It's not a long practice, but we giving it all we got in the time that we're practicing. And like Coach Frost said, we got to be accountable for our teammates because we need them in practice to give it all they got in order to succeed in the fall.
We're challenging the guys. Offensively, we're going to throw the book at them. By September 3rd, when we play South Carolina State, we're going to have, much of the offense in. And I've been around some great offenses, but this offense has concept and schemes that can really attack opposing defenses.